Let's do a quick demonstration on one pedal driving in the 2021 Polestar 2. I'm going to put it to standard. My left foot is now back. I'm going to get the car up to 50 kilometers per hour, take my foot off the gas pedal, and you'll see what happens. So there's 50, well 54, and it's a really quick stop. My speed's going way down. The road's moving a lot slower, and now I am at 0, dead stop. We'll put it to low, and as you can probably guess, by the time I get up to 50 kilometers per hour, take my foot off the accelerator, which I'm going to do right now. It's slowing down. I can feel the pull of the brakes, but it's not nearly as intense as it was when it was on standard for the setting. And now we are down to 0 right there. So it's good if you're in a coasting situation where you know there's a light coming up ahead that's red or something, but you don't need to slam on the brakes, or you don't need that quick sudden stop. So we are at off one pedal driving. We're up to 50 right now. And there's a tiny bit of tug on the brakes to slow the car down. But, you know, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, I could probably count down as fast as the car decelerates. Whereas if I was in standard or low, there's no way I could have possibly done that. Anyway, so you'll keep going. If you're on a flat surface, you'll kind of just keep going. The car will stop itself eventually. But if you do want max regen power, you do want the one pedal driving, set it to standard. Welcome to your Polestar 2 all-electric vehicle from parent company Volvo. We'll get into some figures, we'll do the driving, we'll do the outside, we'll do the inside. So as per the Polestar Canada website, up to 375 kilometers of range. Yes, that'll depend on how you drive, what's in the vehicle, if you're using your HVAC, if you're drawing power from one of the 4 USB-C ports, but up to 375 kilometers of range, which to me is plenty, and it's good enough to be a daily driver. As far as power figures go, it's 408 horsepower, 487 pound-feet of torque, and that is through 2 electric motors and a 78 kilowatt per hour battery all along the floorboards, so you don't really lose a lot of interior space. Still fit 4 adults comfortably and 5 in a pinch. Let's go into charging times, because that's also a very crucial figure, and it's kind of a make it or break it thing for people that are looking for an EV. So from a 0 to 100% charge from a level 1 charger, it's 22 hours. If you go up to level 2, 0 to 100% comes in 8 hours. So you get something installed in your garage as a level 2 charger, you charge it overnight, and that way you're almost guaranteed to have a full charge every time you wake up and head out in the mornings or evenings or whatever it is that you do. Then you go up to a level 3 charger, and the 0 to 80% charge comes in at a very minuscule 40 minutes. So if you're on the road, you're doing a road trip, you're doing something, let's say that's, I don't know, let's say a Toronto to Montreal or Mississauga to Montreal trip, you stop at one of the en routes, and that's how you pick up your ability to do a very quick charge. So whether you're going just to stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, get something to eat, whatever it is, 40 minutes is a very quick amount of time to juice back 80% of your battery power. The Polestar 2 moves, and it moves very quickly. And I think I'm going to use the title, the strong and silent type, for the headline for this video, because just 0 to 100 in less than 5 seconds. It's just so quick. Now this does have the upgraded Öhlins dampers, and it makes a huge difference in the comfort of the driving dynamics, and just it's so good. And usually it takes me a couple of days for my body to get used to what an EV is like. I'm used to a combustion engine and hearing and feeling the noise, and it's been like that since I was 16 when I started driving. But the more and more EVs I get into, the faster I get climatized to them, and just having all that speed, all that silent speed is, it's a lot of fun. I gotta say, it's a lot of fun. Cornering handling done with ease, very, very precise. This does have upgraded 20-inch wheels with the Y-spoke rims. And the ride really isn't harsh, or as harsh as I thought it would be for having bigger tires and very performance-oriented tires, for that matter. So driving dynamics itself are really good. I can see this being a daily driver, and a friend of mine in Ottawa picked one up, and it was delivered to him, I believe. Today is Saturday, so it was delivered, I think, Wednesday, Thursday. And I asked him, like, what are your reasonings? And he said, you know, I love the power aspect and the looks and the feel, and you know, I don't think he's going to miss not collecting gas rewards points. So it's kind of just to wrap up the driving dynamic side of it. For me, roomy enough to be a daily driver, plenty of range, really strong handling, quick acceleration, very, very strong braking capabilities and characteristics as well. This does have the upgraded Brembo brakes. Because with all this power, you got to have a way to stop the vehicle as quickly as you accelerate. Let's jump into the exterior looks. So there's not a lot happening. It's a little on the plain side. Yes, very modern, and it's got the Thor's Hammer headlights, which are taken from Volvo, and you'll notice more of that when once I get into the interior. But there's a nice light bar across the rear. It looks very classy. Again, very, very minimalistic, very simple body lines. You don't really notice that it's a fastback, sorry, until you actually open up the trunk. It's to me, it's designed as if it's just the trunk lid that opens as opposed to the lid and the entire glass. So exterior wise, I like it. I've always liked minimalistic designs. Yes, the 20-inch rims with the Y-spoke design look absolutely gorgeous. This is the first launch edition, so that's why we get, as you see here, the gold seat belts, the gold brake calipers, the golden valve covers for the tires. One little quirk is when you adjust your mirrors, the entire mirror cap moves. It's not just the glass, because that's just the way it's designed, and this has a 360 cam with it, and the camera is actually on the stem of the rear view mirror, the side mirrors, sorry, as opposed to actually on the caps itself, because while the caps move, they adjust. You can't have that with a 360 cam. Let's talk about the interior. Very Volvo, very clean, very minimalistic. You have your big screen in the middle, which is the star of the show, and you do all of your controls from there. There's a volume knob, there's a front window defroster, there's a rear window defroster as far as hard touch buttons go up front, and everything else is done through the large infotainment screen. Pretty responsive, not really a lot. That's a terrible sentence. There's not a lot of menus to dig through. Polestar has made this, again, very, very minimalistic and very easy to find what you need, whether you're going to do the one pedal driving, you're changing your steering feel, you're digging into your HVAC, which is, I think, 3 commands at most, 3 button pushes at most to get what it is that you want. Your driving assist and safety feature is another easy way to get through it. Dashboard fully digital, very minimalistic, as you'll see through some of the B-roll and cutaways. There is really not a lot happening, and there's less distractions to the driver. I need to know what gear I'm in, I need to know how fast I'm going, and I need to know how much battery time is left. That's it, that's all. Like, those are your key things. And yes, your lights and your turn signals, but as far as your constants here, give me the speed, give me how much range I have left, and that is really the 2 key pieces that I need. Steering wheel, very, very Volvo, same shape, obviously different logo at the front, but you can tell there's Volvo parts in here. Fun fact, definite perk, it's a fully vegan interior. I was kind of shocked when I read that on the media sheet, but yeah, fully vegan interior. Very cool. Still looks very upscale, yet again, minimalism is the theme that is ongoing here with the Polestar 2. There is a hollowed out gear shift, and I think that's kind of cool. I haven't seen one of those. I don't think I've seen one of those ever. And another cool, I'm going to call it a half quirk, half perk. To start the car, you just sit down and you have the key with you, and there's a little sign that says put the car into reverse or drive to get moving, to get going. I'm paraphrasing here, but there's no ignition, there's no start stop button. Like, that's it. You sit down, you pull back for drive, you push up for reverse. That's it. There is a panoramic sunroof. My irk with it is there's no sunshade at all. So if your rear passengers think it's too bright, there's not really anything you can do for them. But it does let a lot of light into the cabin, especially with a dark interior. As you can see here throughout the video, it's got the black seats, black door panels, black A-pillars, and the black roof liner as well. But that big panoramic roof really opens it up and gets rid of that claustrophobic feeling fully and completely. You get wireless charging, and you get the 4 USB-C ports. As an iPhone guy, I kind of wish they weren't all like that, but if you're buying this, pick up an adapter for a few bucks, and that's how you get your workaround done from that. Another cool thing, the vents in the middle are actually on top of the dashboard here because they didn't have room to put them facing you like you've seen on almost every other vehicle. It still gets airflow to you, just a kind of a cool, quirky, innovative way to do so. The seats are extremely comfortable. They're extremely Volvo. Between Volvo seats and Nissan Zero Gravity seats, they are two of my most favorite and most comfortable seats in the modern automotive world. Another interesting note here about the infotainment system, it's on the Android Automotive operating system, and it's the first of its kind, so get used to seeing these in other Volvos and other Polestars going forward. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm a little disappointed there's no Apple CarPlay. Yes, I can still get my Spotify through my iPhone coming through, but it doesn't have the Spotify framework. It just shows up as audio. Quick touch on safety. So it's got a lot of standard safety features, which include lane departure warning, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, 360 camera, adaptive emergency braking, and driver attention warning. So you're not really missing out on anything on the safety side. And Volvo's known for its safety. So I'm happy that Polestar was able to carry that through the Polestar 2 here. Overall, the EV market is growing slowly but steadily, and the Polestar 2 is just another example of a good-looking vehicle, plenty of range, plenty of power, room for 4 adults, room for your groceries, your kids' sports gear or dance gear or whatever it is that you have. Made easier through the entire lift back. Yeah, you got a bit of a front trunk. You can't really put much in there. You couldn't put a carry-on piece of luggage in there, but you can fit your charging cable in there, which gives you a little more room in the trunk to put whatever it is that you have to, want to, and need to in there. If you've got any questions on the 2021 Polestar 2, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to get you answers as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to tell somebody about the channel who you think might be interested in what I do. Be well, be healthy, be safe, and I will see you in the next video.